All right, almost done. And I want to congratulate you for going through this whole program. A lot of good tidbits in it. I know it was a little long in some certain parts, but it's all very important. Again, it's about commitment. The more you could commit to something, especially yourself, the better that something is going to be. All right, so now we're going to talk about 7 levels deep for your why. What do you mean your why? What does knowing your why have to do with any of this stuff? Well, your why is what's going to keep you going. Your why is what gets you out of bed in the morning. Right? When all hell is breaking loose, knowing why you're doing something is going to keep you going. All right? You know, we all need to have that why to push us. You know, to push us. We need a why that's going to pull us towards better greatness, to be the better person that we need to be. You know, going through life, especially as we get older. Like I said, I'm going to be 59 next month, and you know, things get taken from us as we get older. You know, a lot of times our health gets taken. Our physical strength gets taken. You know, when I was younger in the 80s, I was a top-ranked amateur bodybuilder and powerlifter. You know, I mean, I used to wear a 52 short jacket with a 34-inch waist. It was like crazy. And I was pounding out the weights, you know. But now, not so much. You know, now I got major injuries. I've had 12 operations on every joint in my body in the last 18 years. And I talked to you already, I mean, that hasn't to do with weightlifting or football or whatever, but I almost died in September of 16. You know, but things do get taken from, people get taken from us. Loved ones, spouses, children, God forbid, you know, family members. What's going to keep you going? I think it was Les Brown who said, I don't remember, but when the master of misery comes knocking at your door, what are you going to do? Are you going to fold, or are you going to keep moving forward? So this is going to help you, give you the why to go through that information that we just went through and be committed to it, because you know, if you do it for yourself, you'll do so much, at least for me. I will do so much just for myself. But when my kids were younger, they were my why. I had to make sure that they had at least what they needed, right? And now that they're in and through college, you know, I think, you know, me and their mother, we did a great job. You know, I mean, we got divorced. Some things, you know, shit just happens. But we were definitely on point with raising those kids, right? Those were our why. Every morning, you know, what can I do for them? How can I make their lives a little bit better? You know, not that I would give them everything. God forbid, you don't want to spoon feed them everything, because then life is too easy. There is no obstacles for them to overcome. They won't be able to grow. We talk about comfortable and uncomfortable, right? I wanted to make sure they were uncomfortable. You know, as a woman, your job as a woman with your children is to make sure they don't get hurt, right? You mother them, you care for them, and you love them. You know, as a man, yeah, we love our kids too. As a man, our job is to make sure they don't get hurt too much. Our job is to get them ready for what's out there in life. Life is tough, man. Life will kick your ass. I used to tell the kids in the morning when I would come up from school, so come on, it's time to get up and kick the world in the balls. The girls, obviously, I'd say something else, but kick the world in your balls, because if you don't knock out that world today, it's going to knock you out. So let's go out and let's go kick some ass. Every frickin' morning. That's what they got from me. So, 7 levels deep. So let's figure out, you know, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through all 7 levels because it's hard, but, you know, for me, I'll tell you what happened. You know, just say I want to, oh, yeah, we can go here. You know, I want to make $100,000 in a year. Great. Next question is, why do you want to make that $100,000? You know, I want to make $100,000 so, you know, I could have some extra money. I can buy my new car. I can buy my wife a new car. And maybe we can save enough money to buy a house. And, you know, so I can have things and do things. Great. Well, why do you want to have things? Well, if I have better things, you know, I'll feel better about myself. And I'm driving a new car, or that I live in a nice house. You know, and then maybe people will respect me more. Okay, great. Why do you need people to respect you more? Well, I need people to respect me more because when I was growing up, I didn't have that respect. You know, when I was growing up, people used to kicked me to the side and didn't think I was worth anything. You know, I like that respect. It makes me feel good for myself. All right, so you need to feel better about yourself? Yeah, you know, it helps me feel better about myself. Well, why do you want to feel better about yourself? See, now we start hitting, you know, the first 3 or 4 levels are pretty easy. You start getting down in here, and then you got to start thinking. You know, this whole thing, this isn't a 5-minute little exercise that you're going to do. This can take you days. This can take you days to get through this, to really dig deep and do this. The best way to do this is to do this with someone that you know. Now, not your spouse and not, you know, anybody like that. You need somebody who you know that's going to tell you the ugly truth. Not somebody who's going to pat you back and say, yeah, that's it. That's a good answer. You know, great, move on. Now, you want somebody who's going to call you out on your bullshit. You could say, look, you know, you want to feel better about yourself? Well, that's all I can think of. Oh, Frank, you're full of shit. Dig a little deeper. Dig a little deeper. You know, just because you want people to feel better about you, are you going to feel better? That's going to get you up in the morning. That's going to, when you start losing shit, when you can't pay your bills, when you can't pay the electric bill and your mortgage and your car payment, that's going to keep you going? That somebody feels better about you? Bullshit. Go to the next level. Go to the next level. My number 7 was I just want to have my family have more options, more opportunities for options. You know, better education, right? Things of importance in life. Just want more options, because if you don't have a certain amount of self-worth, if you don't have a certain amount of money, you're very limited of what you can do. You know, a lot of these millionaires, billionaires, you know, their kids don't actually even go to school. Now, how would it be like to learn about China, going to China? Well, actually, you don't want to go to China right now. Actually, you can't even go anywhere, really. But you know what I'm saying? Is go to the better schools. You know, have a better area to live in. You know, things like that. That's for me. You know, you got no. You know, I don't know what yours might be. You know, you have to go through this, but you really have to go through it. You know, and then redo it. You know, especially if you never did this before, do it every couple of months, right? And just go through it, and sit down with another person, and come up with your why, right? What I tell people is, if your why doesn't make you cry, then it's not your why. Right now, try not to break up, you know, while I'm doing this, but I can get emotional right now if I really thought my why. My why, yeah, that's to have more options, but the reason why I do everything is for my wife. She had a tough upbringing. She deserves the best. She's an awesome person. She puts everybody first. You know, I'd like to have more options for her, you know, to make her life a little bit easier. So, you know, what is it for you? What's going to tie up your heart? What's going to make you choke up every time you really, really think about it? So, 7 levels deep. It's not an easy thing. But you figure that out. That'll keep you going no matter what happens in your life. And that is guaranteed. So, thanks for listening for this program. Thanks for spending your hard-earned money to learn this. But remember, you have to do it. You have to do it. It could be the best thing ever written. And if you don't do it, if you don't apply yourself to it, if you're not committed to it, it's not going to work. And it's not going to work. You know, I did this for me. But you know what? The more I got the results from it, the more I knew it could help other people. Because other programs didn't work for me. But now you have a plan, you have a structure, you have a system. And you have this. God bless. And like Zig Ziglar used to say, I'll see you at the top.